Panos will be done.
Hey everyone, Chris Music here. I take care of the place while the master is away. And after 2 long late night sittings, I have made my way through the Blair Witch video game. And I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it. If you've been to the site the past couple days, you've seen our Blair Witch anticipation stuff, so you know that I'm a fan of the series, and I have been since the very first movie. It scared me when I was a kid, and it always kind of stuck with me for some reason. So I was very excited about this game, and it really delivered. The graphics and the sound design really capture that feeling of walking through the woods, whether it be pleasant or not. And because sometimes it was quite pleasant. And then you just get this kind of sense that you're lost, and you really feel that when it gets dark and the sounds are changing from things that you recognize, like brooks or birds and stuff, into things like things you don't know wrestling around in the trees somewhere and things like that. It's very unsettling. And of course, you have your sidekick Bullet, your dog, who is, I mean, he drives the game really. I mean, he's the best game mechanic. He's your helper. He helps with combat. He's your compass. He's your guide. He even helps calm you down after a scary situation. You can pet him, and which is great because you get the sense that even for the main character that you're playing, Bullet is there as not just to help him out, but to also comfort him because he has anxiety and all these things that he has to deal with from his past, and Bullet's really there to help him out and calm him down, and he works that way for you as the player in the game too, and because there will be moments where you won't have Bullet for whatever spooky reason, and when he's not there, you can't immediately find him. It's unnerving. You're like, oh my, where's my dog? Not just because my dog is gone, but also like, what am I gonna do if I don't get my dog back? He's been leading me this whole time, and if I don't have him, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really gonna be lost. Dog sidekick kind of been a thing in video games lately. I think it may have started with Fable 2. I don't know. But this is probably the best dog sidekick I've had in a video game, even more so than Fable 2. Even though I love you, Cleese. You were a good dog. And what I really liked about it was that, I mean, it's a shorter game, which I don't mind at all, because what it managed to do was it kind of gave you all these sections where it would introduce new horror game mechanics as you went along, so nothing ever got stale. The story continued in a natural way, and it allowed the game to change along with it. So it wasn't just, oh, I'm doing this again. You kind of did that, and then you moved on to the next thing, and they found a new way to scare you and a new way to make things intense. They keep you on your toes for sure, and they keep it going. They keep the intensity up by never letting anything get stale. And it easily gave me the biggest scare I've ever gotten from a video game. I mean, it probably took me 5 minutes to recompose myself and start playing again, because it got me pretty good. It was really intense, and the last section of the game, the last probably hour or so, is just at that iconic house from the end of the Blair Witch Project and the 2016 Blair Witch, which is really cool as a fan of the series to just go to the house and explore it myself and experience kind of the same things that the characters did in the movies. So that was really cool, even though it was really scary and really intense. And there were points where I was just uncomfortably scared. Like, you get to those moments where you're just like, I just need to get through this because I'm done. I'm done with this intensity. I mean, it makes you think why we like scary games, but I mean, I can't say I was having fun in some moments because I was so intensely scared. But at the same time, I knew nothing was going to actually hurt me, so I could continue on. Maybe that's the release of a scary game. I don't know. That's a conversation for a different time. My highest praise for this game would be that it's the closest to a Silent Hill experience that I've gotten probably since Silent Hill 4, The Room, even maybe even more so because Silent Hill 4 felt very detached from Silent Hill, and Blair Witch almost feels like it could be a Silent Hill game more than The Room was. Um, my favorite video game of all time is Silent Hill 2. I don't think any, I mean, just narratively putting me in the moment, nostalgia wise, and just everything. I just love that game. And this Blair Witch was probably the closest I've come to that kind of game again, because a lot of survival horrors have let me down when they're trying to be Silent Hill, except for like PT, of course, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah, so and it, for that alone, I mean, I will absolutely play it again. I've played Silent Hill 2 probably 8 times, so I will definitely play Blair Witch more. I know there are alternate endings, and I wasn't super pleased with my ending, not because it was bad, it was just because I thought I was, you make decisions along the way and trying to get a certain ending, and I guess I wasn't as good at that as I thought. So I'd like to try for a good ending, but there's also the option of going for the super bad ending. But I'm sure that in order to get that, you have to be mean to Bullet, and because there's a reprimand command that I never used, because why would I? And so there may be portions of the game and content that I just never see because I don't want to be mean to my dog. So, speaking of the dog, slight spoiler warning for dog lovers. If you being with a dog worries you, because I'm the kind of guy that won't go see a dog movie if I know that they're going to die in the end, and they almost always do. So let me just say on the subject of if Bullet will die or not, it all depends on how you play the game. For instance, in my playthrough, he did survive. Everything else didn't really go as I planned, but Bullet did survive. Really, what's clever about it is I think what they did was they built it so that if you if you treat your dog well, if you're already a dog lover, you're going to treat your dog well. So, if you treat your dog well, your dog will be fine. I think that's what they were going for because why wouldn't they? Why would they reward you treating your dog well with it dying in some horrible fashion? So, they don't go that route. As long as you're good to your dog, so if you're a natural dog lover, I think you'll be fine because you'll want to pet the dog. You'll want to give him snacks. You'll want to do those things anyway, so that'll just come naturally. So, bottom line, if you have Xbox Game Pass, this is free to play right now. So, yeah, check it out, absolutely. If you're a horror fan, if you really like horror games, especially the Silent Hill series when it's good, this is the game to play. I mean, this is probably the best horror game I've played in a long time, and I will absolutely play it again. I wouldn't even say you need to be a fan of the series to enjoy it. I am, but I think so that may have heightened bits of it. But if you don't know anything about it, or even if you didn't like the Blair Witch Project, the way the game plays out really doesn't matter what you think of the other ones. You can enjoy this for what it is. So yeah, I'm so glad that it was good. I was excited about it, and so I'm glad that it was good. I can't wait to get back into it. I'll probably play it again, and then play it again around Halloween time because that just sounds like that would be a good Halloween type game. So yeah, Blair Witch, fantastic. Check it out if you can. Um, and stay tuned to Will of Manos for more videos and features like this, and we will see you guys later.